Alright, welcome back to the Fight Talk. Today we are breaking down Papi versus Anderson Silva. Who wins? Let's find out. Obviously, Anderson Silva just recently fought Jake Paul, and a lot of people thought he would win this fight, but instead he ended up getting knocked down in the last round, and he lost to Jake on points because Jake just simply outboxed Silva on the night. Papi, on the other hand, has had 3 fights against Halal Ham, Andy Warski, and most recently Josh Bruckner. He beat Halal Ham on points, he beat Andy Warski in the first round by knockout, and he also knocked out Josh Bruckner in the second round. Now on Twitter Space, which is a platform in which communities come together, talk about different fights coming up, like Tommy Fury versus Jake, Keemstar had stated that he had offered Anderson Silva, alongside with Manny Pacquiao and other fighters, a contract to fight Papi. If this fight actually happens, it gives Papi the chance to actually define his career as one of the best influencer boxers, especially if he beats Anderson Silva or if he fights Manny Pacquiao and beats Manny Pacquiao. Silva wants to redeem his loss against Jake Paul, and he doesn't really care about losing fights. Often, he just cares about putting on a good show and actually going for it. Whether he wins or not, he just tries his best, and that doesn't mean that he's a bad fighter. It just means that Jake, on the night itself, was a better fighter, and he showed a lot of heart that night, which meant that he was able to beat Anderson Silva. Josh Bruckner was Papi's first test, and I think it's safe to say he deserves to up the levels of the opponents that he's fighting, because simply none of them are just on his level. And guys, recently I just interviewed Solomon, who is Halal Ham and Papi's trainer, on my channel, so make sure you check that out. He talks about what could happen in this fight and also Papi's future after this fight and potentially fighting Jake Paul. Who do I think is actually going to win this fight? To be honest, it's really hard to say. Papi has youth, he has a fresh energy. Silva has been fighting his whole life. He has the experience, and he also is a bit older than Papi, which means that there's a slight disadvantage in that mark. But to be honest, that didn't really affect him against Jake Paul because he still showed a lot of heart. He caught Jake with a lot of shots that he's never been caught before. From a neutral point, I'd have to say Silva wins simply due to his experience. However, my brother Solomon has said that Papi has been sparring up to 12 rounds in the gym with Halal Ham and also professionals, and we haven't seen a lot from Papi because he's only had a few rounds and he is more dangerous than we actually think. Anyways guys, that is the end of the video. I want to know what you guys think about this fight. What will happen? What's the outcome? Will this fight even happen? And if he does fight Anderson Silva, who do you want to see him fight next? In my opinion, I want to see Papi versus Jake, because that's a good fight for Jake to actually step back if he's going to fight KSI maybe in the future. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe. Road to 1,000 subscribers, guys. That's my goal. We can do it. I know we can. First month of 2023, we reached 300, which was my goal originally for the whole of 2023. If we can do that, I wonder what we can do later on in the year. Who wins this fight? Like my bro Wade, I guess we'll find out.